Hi everyone, it's Allie and I am here to do your week ahead reading. So today is the 28th of November. God. And this is it. So I decided today to use the Wayhome Tarot. I haven't used this one in a little while. But someone commented I did everything I've learned from video on this deck. And then someone commented on that video this week and it sort of reminded me of it. So I thought I'd pull it out. Sorry, that was a terrible shuffle. It's getting cold here and we've had some snow. So I was thinking about pulling out my winter weight deck. But I feel like I should leave it for December. Not like for... There we go. That's the ticket. Not for me personally, but just for online here, or I'll go crazy. I'm such a holiday nerd. So let's see what we get out of our beautiful Wayhome Tarot. Do I have an oracle deck handy? No. Oh, sort of handy. Just in case. Just in case. Oh, Earthbound. It's a great oracle deck. I've never used it with this deck, actually. It'll be interesting. They've got sort of a different aesthetic, but they might play nicely together. We'll see together. All right. One more. Okay. God, I love this deck. Okay, so the first card I pulled was the Two of Wands. The second card I pulled was the Six of Cups, but it was in reverse. So there we go. And the third card I pulled is this gorgeous Fortune card, Wheel of Fortune, called Fortune in this deck. I should say this is a deck by Bakara Wintner. You can go online, and I've just forgotten the name of her online store, but if you were to Google the Wayhome Tarot, that's how you get it. There are other sellers as well, but it's an independently published deck, so you won't find it, I don't think, on Amazon or anything like that. Okay, so wow, I feel like these cards just work together so beautifully to one coherent message. So while there's a lot of interpretations, what jumped out at me right away, and just sort of reading through here, is that this is a reading about risk to me. So we've got the Two of Wands, right? So wands, fire, passion, inspiration, like moving forward, that fiery energy, creativity, something new. And that idea of decisions you have to make, right? Like looking and thinking about possibilities, and you've got distinct possibilities around you, not just two, maybe just two, but maybe more. So you have this particular situation. And this probably, when I do these readings, like, of course I'm bringing my bias into it. Of course I am in my experiences. So to me, the Six of Cups is very much the card of nostalgia. And I've talked a bit about nostalgia on this channel before, and sorry, I'm holding it this way because it was in reverse. And nostalgia is wonderful. And we're coming into such a nostalgic time of year, right? Where by the time I do another reading, we'll be into December. And so that holiday season, if you celebrate holidays in this season, it can be really nostalgic. But it can also be just a real trap. Nostalgia is, it's not accurate often. It's self-selecting the best, warmest things out of a memory and sort of downgrading the stuff that was maybe more difficult or the realities of that situation. So, I can look back at my childhood Christmases. I'm just using Christmas as an example because it's on my mind. It's almost December. I'm not saying this situation is about the holidays necessarily at all, but I can look back at some incredibly happy memories as a child. but the marriage of my parents was not great. And so, but I don't think about that when I think about Christmas. I think about all kinds of other things. I sort of filter out the more difficult things. And so, what this card says in this spread to me is that one of the options you have, right? So, you've got your Two of Wands, possibilities, exciting things. One of them is from your past and is something that you probably feel warmly about. But the fact that the card is reversed says to me that don't do it. Whatever that option is presenting, this is not the time to retread old ground and to go back over the things that are familiar. It's time for you to strike out and to do something different. It's really coming through strongly for me in this reading, because even if you do go back, and maybe this is a caveat. No, I think just don't go back. I'm saying it. I'm saying don't go back. But an alternative reading could be that you should, if you go back, you cannot expect it to be the same. You can't hold this Six of Cups nostalgic thought in your mind of this familiar ground, because you've grown and the situation is different. And so you can't recapture the past. It's just not possible. So if you do go back into that familiar setting, you have to know it's going to be different, or there's going to be great disappointment there. Don't go back. So that's what I'm getting from it. But live your life. You do you. Take what works for you from this channel and just leave the rest, obviously. But I think there's a real lesson there, and to go backwards is so tempting because we have those warm feelings. And to support my don't go back philosophy for this reading, as I look at the cards, you do you. Never listen to me and what I say, right? Weigh what I say and then just do what's right for you, right? So what do I know? Who am I? Right? Nobody. Anyway, but we've got the Wheel of Fortune at the end of this reading, and it's just really strongly saying to me, like, you don't know what's going to happen. You have to let the wheel spin, and you have to just take a chance on something new. And will it feel more risky in this situation? Absolutely will. Absolutely it will. Unfamiliar things will always feel riskier. But that's life, baby. Sometimes the Wheel of Fortune to me is just the that's life baby card. Right? That's just how it goes. And maybe you'll go to the new situation, you'll follow the new passion. New job is sort of what I'm getting, new project, new creative endeavor. And it's going to be way harder than one you already knew. And you'll have those moments of regrets, like, ugh, why didn't I just go back to the thing that I know, the thing that is comfortable, and the thing that I already know I'm good at too, right? Instead of breaking out into this new creative form or trying this new thing, whatever. Right? That's part of life and part of growth. And what I'm getting from this reading overall is that if you don't choose that path of going back to what's familiar, if you strike out on new ground right now, it's a good time to do that, and it will make you happier. So that's what I say about that. As always, weigh your own options, do what's right for you. This channel's just fun, and I just love working with the cards, so it's just me talking. So think it through, make a right decision, but don't be lulled in just by the familiar. Let's say that. Find out what's going to be really most productive for you at this point in your life. And if that spoke to you, I'd love to hear about your decision-making process or what it is that you're working through as you watch this video. I'm not going to draw an oracle card. It's all right here in this particular reading. So I hope you have an awesome week, that you look carefully at your decisions and you take a risk, right? Because that's life, baby. Have a great week.